Hey, Trey.
How are you doing, Beth? Beth is off screen here, and so she looks just fine. She just,
thanks.
It's cold here, and she's wearing a homeless person's robe.
It was very comfortable.
And we're kind of just set up for it from last night.
Well, I wanted to ask you a couple questions and tell me your experience, because I know the story, but I think it'd be interesting to hear.
Okay, now it wasn't an interview that we saw. It was a heckler going, "Get
right.
a job."
There was a protester in Minneapolis.
Okay.
And they were being heckled by somebody, and we saw the heckler.
Well, let's set it up a little bit. Okay. So the idea is that the girl who got shot was a mother. She's like 34, something like that. Mm-hmm. And the idea is, why aren't you home?
Right.
Why are you on the front lines teasing federal officers?
Right.
And, you know, it's just not a good idea to do that. Why aren't you at home? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, where are all these people coming from?
Right. That's right.
And then, and so.
How do these people have all this time on their hands? Doesn't anybody work?
Exactly.
Yeah. So this
Don't
heckler.
you have a podcast to do? Somewhere?
Right. Don't you? But the heckler yelled at this protester and yelled, "Don't you have a job?"
She goes, "I'm getting paid right now."
So the protester yelled, "I'm getting paid right now," which
ran out throwing stuff and
just acting the fool, but she's getting paid. Okay, so let's explore that. There's been rumors that George Soros or others are behind the funding of these protesters.
It's not rumors. They have a warehouse right across the street when they were in where they had the stuff right across the street in a storage unit. No.
Okay. Well,
I know where you're going with this, and it ain't a rumor, I promise you.
It's not a rumor. Okay, but you told me a story that I thought was so fascinating back when you went to D.C. Can you tell me about that?
Okay, so my two friends, Donnie and Berkeley are their names, and we went to D.C. for Trump's inauguration. This was in 2016.
Oh, okay.
First time. And we were I'll just set it up. I'd never been to D.C. before, and we've got a special. It's called Instadoodle, which is a whiteboard cartoon. It's made for, like, if you want to do faceless videos or add animation to your videos. This is the best tool I've seen out there. I've used another tool that just doesn't have the engine power that this one does. The best thing I like about this, other than the stock photos you can use and put everything together, it just makes, if you can click and drag and you can prompt, the AI tool can come in and set you up as you go. It's really easy, and it's usually about a $207 value. This one is $27 if you click the link below. It's one of my favorite tools I've ever demoed, and it's the real deal. And you can, again, if you can click and drag and you can prompt AI, you can have a very robust, eye-catching video or whatever you want to use it for. So it's great for teaching, it's great for illustrating. So click the link below and let's get back to the podcast. Just kind of checking out the city. It was so cold, and he and I are in dusters, and or at least heavy coats and cowboy hats and sunglasses and stuff. And you didn't see him there too much.
No, you don't really see that in DC unless there's there's a fly-in of cowboys or something.
Yeah. So, and we walk past the metal detectors and go in, and as soon as we turn down, I guess it's I can't remember what street it is, but it runs into, what's the main road there? Is it Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania Avenue is where the White House is. So
we're walking on a cross street there, and as soon as we turn the corner, we just hear the drum beats just going, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, definitely some black people playing those drums.
There's some rhythm going on.
It was not a big group of 38-year-old white men. And we're like, holy cow, this is getting ready. And we got there right as it was all getting ready to go down. And we see this long, just parade of people with Black Lives Matter banner or something like, I think it was Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
And they come, and then right about the time we were right at ground zero where like there was a Bank of America there.
Okay.
And like a McDonald's right there. And
so you were in the middle of all of the protesting?
that's when they broke up. It's right about the time they got there. We started hearing flash bombs and all that stuff. And we're sitting there going, hell yeah. This is why we came, man.
Oh.
And so, and we're not partaking or even heckling. We're just standing there. And there's all these kids running around. Of course, you know what Antifa looks like. And so they just...
When you say kids, like what age are you thinking?
Under 20.
Under 20?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what most of them were.
Really?
And,
okay.
Yeah. And then they just start... They break up out of the... they just kind of come out of nowhere.
Okay.
Some of them are in the parade, probably pushed in the back. And then they come running out, and they just start destroying everything, breaking windows.
No.
Yeah, like bank windows, and taking trash cans and throwing them through the window,
What?
lighting stuff on fire. And then the cops are coming in from both sides, like in formation with their... And we're just sitting here going,
yeah.
what the hell?
The two guys in the dusters and cowboy hats are observing the chaos.
And we're just standing there. And Donnie just takes off. He's like, hell yeah. And yeah, it was his idea to go. I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then, so this goes on for about 30, 45 minutes of just sheer riot.
Oh my gosh.
But it was like, it was nothing. We were just sitting there going, all they're doing is throwing trash. I mean, they're destroying the place.
Right.
You wanted to stay away from the flash bombs. Like the cops, you wanted to stay away from because they didn't know you from Adam. They knew us from Adam, but I didn't want to get caught in any kind of crossfire. Someone did something stupid. And so then basically we're like stopping them, and we're trying to like say, hey, when did you get here? You know. And
so you're trying to have conversations with the protesters?
Yeah. We're like,
okay,
trying to interview them and shit.
When they're destroying property and wreaking havoc, and you're like, hey, let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, hey, put down that trash can for a second. It'll keep burning. I promise we're not going to keep it down.
Okay, so anyway,
I didn't give a shit, man.
Were you successful?
I'd have been mad if everybody behaved. You know? So we're talking. Well, Donnie kept walking up to someone and just anyone in a mask, he's like, pulls it down. My mom knows you. My mom knows who you are. And they'd be like, what?
No.
Yeah. And then he did that for like 2 or 3 people. Then this one guy was just standing there drinking a Coke, and he just taking rocks and throwing them at shit. We're like, hey, dude, what's up? He's like, well, you know, nothing. And like, how do y'all get here? He goes, I'm from Virginia or whatever. They put us on a bus and dropped us off here. We're like, what? He goes,
they put you on a bus?
And I was like, who? Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. They just have people that you answer ads in the paper. And or you get on email lists or something like that.
Okay.
And social media, they can tell, you know, they'll start, you know, posting.
So they're recruited, or they're looking for it, or they're advertised? Okay.
I mean, we didn't really get into that too much, but there were enough people there. They have a system. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so what happened? Well, they just throw this on a bus. And I was like, do they pay you? He goes, yeah, they feed us twice and give us $500, and they just say go in and wreck shit.
No.
Yeah. I was like, so nobody is really here? He goes, no, nobody gives a shit about this stuff. He goes, I don't even know who Trump is running against.
No way.
Yeah.
So he's just there.
He's just there collecting money.
He's a professional protester.
That's exactly what it was. And that's what all these people are.
You think they're all professional protesters?
We went on the women's march.
Oh.
We tried to get a pussy hat, but they wouldn't sell it.
Gee, I wonder why.
They wouldn't
sell it. A pussy hat on top of a cowboy hat?
We tried to go in, we'd like 2 pussy hats, please. They're like, get out of here.
They're like, no.
We saw Madonna
XY.
And
Ashley Judd? Yeah.
Oh, the most foul stuff ever.
Oh, really?
Very small crowd, too. They're like a little side stage on the march. And over by
so the BLM march is going on, and then there's the pussy parade.
That goes on. That's going on like later that evening.
Oh, okay. So they've
everybody kind of. But people, and even they talk like this march was just this huge protest. It was like mostly people. I mean, it was mostly Democrat voters,
Yeah.
But we're like, so we were just making friends with everyone. We were in a friendly mood, so to speak.
Right.
We brought some party favors. And and use them. And so we were talking to everyone, and it's like, no, we just met up. Like, my sister's a Republican, and I'm a Democrat, but I hadn't seen her in a couple of years. Like, sorority sisters.
Oh,
People
okay.
were pushing their kids in their carts and stuff.
Really?
It was real laid back.
Amid all the chaos.
Everybody just wanted to get on TV. That's it. They're
Really?
like, "Oh, no."
Did you think it was more authentic or theatrical?
Oh, totally theatrical. I didn't
Yeah.
see anything authentic at all.
Really?
No, not
Jeez,
at all.
That's kind of what I was
Nothing
thinking.
during the whole thing. It's all just to, and then we watch the news. I tried to find a clip. There's a clip of me and Donnie. You see Donnie just running after. He's just chasing like the Antifa guys around. He's like boogie boogie boogie, trying to get someone where he could pull their mask down and stuff. And I'm just sitting there,
Oh my gosh.
just taking it all in. And,
yeah.
And it's cold as hell. And we didn't really get to see the inauguration. You couldn't get close enough.
Yeah.
And so.
But okay, so anyways, so like what's going on in Minneapolis and stuff, and the protests that are going on now?
It's all just a psyop.
So it is a psyop.
They're getting what you're seeing, because if there's a reason why things seem like no normal person that can function in society really thinks that you can even just not risk, like getting close to running over a cop. They're going to shoot you. They do it everywhere. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
If you aim that car towards a cop, you're going to get shot in every situation all the time.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So just like pundits on the news, they're gonna just, whatever it is, they're gonna pick the side that they're told to pick.
Right.
I guarantee you, half the people didn't even know Trump had a TV show. They were down there. He's just like talking to us and just like, woo, just winging stuff at the windows. And
No
yeah,
way.
they bust us up.
The protester in D.C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, they pick us up at like.
You got to use air
4:30.
quotes, I think, when you call him a protester, because it's not really.
No, because that's what a protester
He's a paid
is.
protester.
Yeah, there are no real protesters.
Right.
Not for something
That's
as stupid
crazy.
as no kings.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the last time I heard protesters around kings don't keep their heads attached to their bodies very long.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
They get to know what a dungeon feels like. So they know that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So in your opinion, we should be looking at all of this as psyop.
Yeah, well, what the whole idea is, so then what happens? If we're not smarter, this girl gets shot, Charlie Kirk gets shot, and then this girl gets shot, and their names are always Good, or Floyd.
Yeah, her last name was Good, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then it was the last black guy you knew that was in right down the street from where the girl got shot on 33rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 33rd.
33rd. Yeah. Okay, that's significant.
So, what was the last guy that got into trouble and did a bunch of drugs on the street was named George Floyd.
In Minneapolis. And this is happening in Minneapolis.
And I don't know if she got shot or not, but it's scripted. So you got Charlie Kirk, you got George Floyd, Charlie Kirk, the insurrection, the January 6th nonsense. Nobody with any eyeballs really thinks that. You can hate someone enough to lie. But
yeah, I mean, I would tend to agree with you, but the fact that you had that interaction in D.C. in that experience.
Absolutely, and 100%. Now, there are people, we did meet some people there that are like, so y'all are from Texas. What do you think would happen if I went to Texas? I'm like, nothing.
What about them?
Black family.
Oh, they're black? Okay,
Yeah,
so they were black
wearing
and they...
BLM stuff, and all their whole family.
Oh, okay, so they're BLM black activists.
Yeah, they weren't causing any. They were just there with their kids. Real pretty family, like 3 daughters and the mom. And we just started talking to them,
and they were surprised.
The mom started crying. She goes, "So y'all don't really hate us?"
What?
That was genuine, and what made me feel bad is like they really think
people really feel like there's that much racism.
Yeah, they were like, so we can just walk around in Texas. I'm like, yeah. What are you talking about? Of course you can.
Of course you talk
people give
to
us
each
mean
other.
looks. I was like, no, nobody does. I mean,
but see, that's how they characterize or caricature people with cowboy hats and dusters, right? Okay,
Well,
they're this way.
How much is she missing out on believing that all white people south of the Mason-Dixon want her and her 3 daughters anything bad to happen to them?
Yeah.
That was genuine. But she wasn't causing trouble or anything. But we talked to her for like...
But the sentiment that she had and she's carried with her to the point where she's an adult.
It was eye-opening.
And she's an adult and she's raising children with the impression that a white man in a cowboy hat and a duster in D.C. at a BLM riot would not want to talk to her because she's black.
Yeah, or if we were in our neck of the woods, that we might want
bad things for her.
And we're like, no, not even. It wouldn't even cross our minds. It's like they're lying.
Yeah.
They're lying to you.
I completely agree with you. I think the whole thing's a psyop. I think we as consumers of media are being misled.
Do you think when Jesse? How long do you think the Somalia thing has been going on? The scam, because I mean it's happening in Chicago, Ohio.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be happening in Texas.
Yeah, it could be, but
it is in California. There's money missing everywhere. So
it's so interesting to me that they're in Midwestern states, because those Midwestern are like, everybody talks about Midwestern values and like, very wholesome, and this is popping up all over the Midwest.
Well, they're not. I mean, the Midwestern Americans still have American values.
Yeah,
they're not. Those aren't even probably Midwesterners. They put them up in hotels, they feed them, and they pay them, and they go on to the next city. I mean, in some of the mass shootings, you see the exact same person. There's one person they were like, he was also at the Las Vegas shooting, and then he was at what are the
that
other
David
ones?
Hogg kid.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't him.
He was at 2 different.
There's like so many that are at all of them. They're crisis actors,
and that have IMDb accounts.
And I know someone who was in Vegas, or I knew someone who knew some. Anyway, I do believe someone was there with firing shots, and you never know exactly. But it's all a psyop. Remember when I was telling you about the shoes?
Yeah.
This is a guy named Ole, somebody I can't remember, but if you notice, now it's bicycles, but they do this mental thing. Whenever there's mass shootings, there's always shoes everywhere.
You see pairs of shoes.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
That is so true. I'm like, how do they get out of their shoes?
As if you hear a gunshot. When's the last time you ran for your life and you just ran out of your tied sneakers?
Right.
and they're all
bowed, bow tied.
And it's because it's something that you do every day. You put your shoes on every day. So you start connecting fear with that.
With a common visual.
So now there's always a bicycle.
And bicycles.
In the background.
Yeah, that's true. I see
snipes are real, and they're obviously effective unless you see it. Because once you see it, now I just am looking for the shoes. And then I was like, as soon as I didn't see shoes at the last, whatever it was, there's the bicycle. And it's just right there, right behind, and it's always tipped over.
It's the evolution, right, of the psyop.
Well, people were catching on to it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you can only have so many shoe services. They have a building somewhere where they just decorated it with shoes because there was a mass shooting there.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's art or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
okay, that's a whole nother can of worms.
But let me tell you, the majority, if not the vast majority of these people at the protest, they're paid to be there. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was 20, someone said, "Hey, if you go to jail, I might have been dumb enough one day to go, yeah, we'll go
throw bricks in a window,
or something like that." And,
people you don't know, you're bust in from somewhere.
I'd like to say I wouldn't, but I couldn't.
People are strapped for cash. I mean, if in the economy, if people need money, there's a lot of things people would do for $500.
Yeah, and they're like, you're riding a bus to D.C. to go.
Couple
protest.
Meals, get some 500 cash, just go wreak havoc, and I don't know.
Well, I certainly wasn't staying in school very much, so.
Well,
I had a lot of time away from the campus
Yeah.
on my hands too. But yeah, you guys, don't think for a second that this is real. What they're trying to do now. Guess what? Now they're going to riot, and now that gives Trump the go-ahead. Now we get people on the right. They're like, yeah, bring in the National Guard. Even some people on the left, bring in the National Guard. And then what's going to happen is something really bad's going to happen, like a Kent State type thing.
Okay.
Someone's going to pull a gun on a cop, and then people are going to get mowed down.
And it'll be multiple casualties.
Yeah, and then that's how the Civil War starts.
That's where it starts. I think Tim Walz has declared civil war. And we were talking about that today. Let's do another podcast later. We'll do another podcast later talking about the economics of if Minnesota were to do a civil war and try to secede. I mean, they would fall flat on their face.
It's just a playbook, and that's why he can't run for the third term. So he's got 1 year, can do whatever he wants because he's not running for the next term.
He's essentially made himself a lame duck.
Yeah.
So in a lame duck, you can just do whatever.
And as the governor, he has certain powers that the lieutenant governor and other